All right, everyone, you won't believe what Cam Newton is up to this time. He's out here looking all flashy and stylish, totally his usual self, but this time he didn't even claim the woman he's with. So here's the moment. Someone asked him a really simple question. Did you ask Jasmine Brown to be your girlfriend? And honestly, his response was a complete mess. He stumbled over his words, totally unsure of what to say. Can you imagine? This is the same man who is living with Jasmine Brown, and she's currently pregnant with their second child. Yet, he couldn't even confidently say she's his woman. It's like, come on, man, you're in this deep and still can't claim her? I mean, at least I asked my girl.
Each other.
So are you really dating?
Let somebody tell it. Man, y'all ain't even together because y'all ain't back.
No. Are you really dating, though?
What do you mean dating?
I mean, you tell me. Are you guys together? Are you guys exclusive? You didn't ask.
Yeah, but...
And honestly, this whole situation is just so embarrassing and honestly sad. This man can't even give a straight answer about whether he's dating Jasmine Brown. Instead, he's talking about assuming and living together like that. Counts as an actual relationship. Seriously? That's supposed to be a relationship status now? Let me break down why this mess is so deep. Cam has been putting Jasmine through absolute chaos for years. She's pregnant with his second child together, and believe it or not, this is his 9th baby overall, yet he still can't even openly say they're together. Earlier this year, he went on his podcast and admitted something shocking. He had been cheating on Jasmine the entire time they've been together. He literally said she hasn't been the only person he's slept with while being with her, and he said it loud, proud, and with zero remorse, completely disregarding her feelings. After all of this, when people checked in on Jasmine, she had the audacity to say, "Y'all, I know who my man is, and it ain't no secret." But let's be real, that's not exactly something to brag about. She's basically acknowledging that she knows he's constantly cheating. And here's another. Kicker, Cam also said on that podcast that marriage isn't his ultimate goal with Jasmine. He openly admitted that his desire to marry is lower than his fear of divorce. So, in other words, he wants all the perks of having a woman in his life, living together, having children, everything, but doesn't want to actually commit. Over the years, he's publicly humiliated this woman time and time again, first saying he doesn't want to marry her, then admitting he cheats, and now he can't even answer the simplest question, are they together or not? It's just a never-ending roller coaster of chaos and disrespect. And through all of this chaos, Jasmine is just sitting there taking it all in. Deep down, she's miserable, but she's staying quiet. I recently made a video where she opened up about her fear that if her second child is a boy, she'll end up raising him into the kind of man she always wanted, but never actually had in her life. Honestly, that hits hard. It's really sad that she's pregnant with their second baby, yet Cam acts like he doesn't even know what their relationship is. That's just crazy disrespectful. Even if he feels unsure, there's no need to say it publicly and keep humiliating her. It's just unnecessary. And think about this. Cam Newton is 36 years old, expecting his 9th child, and he's still scared to have a proper conversation about being in a relationship. Honestly, this man seriously needs some help. He's showing all the signs of being dismissive and avoidant emotionally. Jasmine also needs support because it's clear why she's holding on to someone who isn't emotionally available. He's constantly showing her that he can't fully be there for her emotionally, and he won't be unless he actually gets help. But here's the truth. By the time this relationship is over, Jazzy is going to come out a different person. I promise she won't make another video putting other women down or talking about relationships the way she might have before. So now I want to hear from you. What do you think about Cam Newton not claiming Jazzy and beating around the bush when asked if they're together? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
And with Jasmine, he wasn't good to begin with. Jasmine Brown, I hate to see that this is happening to you. Because baby, it happened to me too. These motherfuckers be telling you. Be up in your ear telling you all the shit. And we be ignoring the red flags, baby. But Jasmine, I was rooting for you. I was rooting for you. But we already knew Cam Newton was not the one. We knew that. And you went with the narrative for some time until I think that you tried to change him in some type of way. He was like, okay, let me try this, let me try that. You know what I'm saying? Got pregnant, then got pregnant again. And now you think he is a no good piece of shit. I think the world kind of knew that when it came to dating. And it's crazy because most of these men They want to have your babies. They want you to have their babies. They want you not. They want you to have their generational babies. But baby, that man right there, he told the world what he wanted. And especially when he got on there and he was talking to that dating woman coach. I forget what her name is. But he basically said that he didn't want to get married. And I think that's something that you wanted, babe. And you deserve everything. Everything. But what you're getting. Yeah. It's kind of fucked up because men just think that they can do anything that they want to. But we as women got to have some type of accountability. Because you ignored those red flags. Because what he was telling you in the bedroom, I mean, yeah, what he was saying, it sounded good at the moment, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it ain't looking too good. So now you're stuck being a baby mom. And I'm sorry, I hate that for you. I hate it for myself too, babe. I hate it for myself. But baby, I just hope that you get through this because we knew that he wasn't. He just wasn't it. Go heal, baby. Go heal. I'm here for you. I'm here for you, sister. I got you.
Cam Newton really goes to work and embarrasses the fuck out of that girl. He really said, she's not my girlfriend. What's understood is understood. I never asked her to be my girlfriend. I would never ask her to be my girlfriend. But you done gave her 2 babies. If I was Jasmine, I would slap the hat and ascot right off that nigga. Like, god damn. It's so embarrassing.
About Jazz and Cam Newton or whatever last year went viral. Y'all did the thing. Y'all understood where I was coming from. So I saw from Chrissy page that she made a post basically encrypted as hell, but it was basically her and Cam is not together and she's pregnant with their second child. I was like, the second child? She went and had another one. But y'all remember in that interview, she thought she was bigger than the program. I always tell women, when a man to give you a baby before anything else, you don't mean that much to him, love. And that be the sad reality that a lot of women don't like to sit in. So they'll stay with the man through all the public humiliation. After she had that first child and that man went on that interview and said that he was looking for his wife, baby, he wouldn't even been able to talk to me no more. I understand having multiples with a man because I got multiples with the same man. But it damn sure wouldn't have been multiples if the man was disrespecting me after that first child. I wouldn't have thought, okay, well, let me try to have another baby. You already by yourself with one kid. Just take it as a lesson learned in life. You're going to keep going through the same thing and going through the same lesson until you learn what you're supposed to learn, babe. Nothing is going to change. That's insanity. Doing the same shit, expecting different results. You have to change how you deal with the situation, or you're going to keep going through that same situation until you...
All right, y'all. So let's talk about Mr. Man right here. Now, I know every time I see him in his hat on a podcast, some foolery is about to come out of his mouth. Now, first and foremost, nothing was like really wrong with what he said, but the fact that it came from him just made it cringe because, of course, you didn't ask her to be your girlfriend because, for one, you want your options still open, which you made that clear many, many, many times. But it was just kind of like he used that opportunity to just, like, it's like, I don't know, like he always just be like, when it comes to her, and that really irritates me. But I guess, like, that ain't my business. But I feel like body language matters, and I feel like that's also why she made that post about how she don't want to raise her son like no one that she's ever dated, or whatever she said, something like that, which is very telling, and we get it. We get it. Like, but, you know, I think this was a hard lesson for her because it's always them females that be like, it could never be me, and then, yeah, like, but listen,
I'm gonna talk about this more, but the biggest goofy in the world gotta be Jasmine Brown. Cause y'all remember all them skits she used to do, looking like Baps and shit, talking about baby mamas and all type of shit, doing goofy shit. Now she turned into exactly what she was making a joke of. And I'm actually talking about this Cam Newton shit when he basically told that podcast guy, like, oh, I never asked her to be my bitch. I just moved her in. Okay.
And honestly, y'all, this situation with Cam Newton and Jazzy is a total roller coaster of chaos and heartbreak. She's carrying his second child, yet he can't even openly say they're together. It's wild how someone can be so close to a woman, have kids with her, and still be emotionally unavailable. At the end of the day, Jazzy deserves respect, honesty, and someone who actually claims her. What do you think? Can their relationship survive all this drama? Or is it time for her to move on? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this story isn't over, and trust me, we're all watching closely.